Hi guys! I wanted to read a story today and it's called Aunt Isabella Tells a Good One by Kate Duke. If you notice something special on my head, it's in honor of one of our characters, Penelope. You'll see.
"Tell me a story," said Penelope one night after supper. "What kind of story?" asked Aunt Isabel. "A good story," said Penelope. "All right," said Aunt Isabel. "A good story is the hardest kind to tell, though. We must put it together carefully with just the right ingredients. Let's start by giving it a when and a where. When does a story begin?" "Long, long ago," said Penelope. "And where does it begin?" asked Aunt Isabel. "Think of a place where exciting things can happen." "A cave," said Penelope. "Long, long ago," whispered Aunt Isabel, "there was a deep, dark cave in a gloomy forest where nobody lived except creatures who loved the night and darkness and hid from the light." "That's too scary," squeaked Penelope. "Well, put something cheerful in our story too, then," said Aunt Isabel. "Think of who. Who shall be in this story? How about a handsome prince named Augustus, who lives on a sunny hill high above the gloomy forest? In a big castle," Penelope added. "Certainly in a castle with his mother and father, the king and queen," Aunt Isabel agreed. "Prince Augustus is a kind as he is good looking. He likes to have picnics in the garden and is always happy to share his sandwiches." "I like this prince," said Penelope. "Me too," said Aunt Isabel. "Now let's add someone else, someone talented and charming. Shall we name this darling animal Penelope?" "Lady Penelope." "Lady Nell for short," said Aunt Isabel. "Where does she come from? Nobody knows. She travels about wherever she likes and has learned many secrets and clever ways from the creatures she has met. She can fiddle like a cricket, sing like a dove, and wiggle her ears as well as any jackrabbit. Best of all, she has 4 pet fireflies that she can juggle like spinning gold stars." Oh, one day her travels take her by the castle, and Prince Augustus hears her singing. What a beautiful voice, he thinks. He offers her a sandwich. What a generous heart, she thinks. Pretty soon, guess what happens? "They fall in love?" Penelope exclaimed. "Exactly. So now our story has romance in it too," Aunt Isabel said. "This story is coming out nice," Penelope said. "Too much niceness can be dull, though." Aunt Isabel. "Well, add a problem. Listen. The king looks out from the castle and growls. 'Who is that raggedy girl? A dreadful creature,' sniffs the queen. Can you imagine? She wiggles her ears. Most unladylike. Not the sort of animal we want our prince to know," thunders the king. "Be gone with her." And with that, they send Lady Nell away and forbid Augustus ever to speak to her again. "Isn't that sad?" asked Aunt Isabel. "I think we should leave that problem part out," grumbled Penelope. "Just wait till you hear what happens next," said Aunt Isabel. "Because now we put villains in our story." Alone and sad, Augustus sits in the garden weeping onto his sandwiches. Night comes, and still he weeps. Finally, the queen goes out to scold him for being foolish. But he's gone. On the garden seat lies a note, and it says, "The prince has been snatched. Give up your throne if you want him back. Signed, Odious Mole and Bad Egg Bat." oh, how the queen weeps. Oh, how the king wails. And oh, what a panic there is in the kingdom. Odious Mole and the Bad Egg Bat, those bullies who lurk in the dark plotting their mischief, are on a rampage. The townsfolk pack their things and rush to escape. The king and queen wring their paws, wondering what to do. But when Lady Nell hears the news, she doesn't run away. She doesn't waste time with paw wringing. She leaves her camping out place, sneaks back to the castle and garden, and finds a clue. A trail of sandwich crumbs leads away from the castle and into the gloomy forest at the bottom of the hill. "Oh no, more scary stuff," cried Penelope. "A little danger is good for a story," said Aunt Isabel. Here we go. Lady Nell follows the trail farther and farther into the forest. At last she comes to the mouth of the deep, dark cave. Should she go inside? "No," squeaked Penelope. "Well, someone's got to save the prince," argued Aunt Isabel. So Lady Nell marches in. There are shadows all around. The caves twist and winds. She turns a corner and sees Prince Augustus all tied up. "Nellie," he shouts. "Augie," she cries and leaps to him. Suddenly a voice snarls, "Not so fast, my little friends." And out rushes Odious Mole. With a sneer, he reaches towards them with his long, sharp claws. "Oh no," cried Penelope. "What are they going to do?" Quick as a flash, Aunt Isabel replied. Lady Nell calls her fireflies and begins to juggle. "She juggles?" cried Penelope. "Why?" "Because you remember she has traveled far and wide," answered Aunt Isabel, "and she has learned the secrets of creatures who hide in the darkness of caves." So up goes the fireflies, and they spin and sparkle and light up the cave like bright gold stars. "Spades and shovels," yells Odious. "My eyes, my eyes! The light hurts my eyes! Get them away from me!" "Run, Augustus," cries Lady Nell. After them, Bad Egg snarls Odious. Down from the ceiling swoops Bad Egg Bat, squealing, "Hee hee hee! You can't stop a bat with your puny fireflies. I'll eat them up. What a treat! Hee hee!" Lady Nell and Augustus scurry into the shadows to hide, but Bad Egg screeches, "Hee hee hee! A bat can find you in the dark. I can hear where you are." "Run quietly, Augustus," whispers Lady Nell, but their paws go skitter, skitter, skitter on the floor. "Hee hee! I hear you," squeals Bat Egg. "I'll get you now." What will Lady Nell do? "Sing, Augustus," she cries, and they both start to sing as loudly as they can. Their voices echo and echo and echo through the cave. Soon it sounds like 100 princes and Lady Nells. What a racket! Now Bad Egg can't tell which voices are the real ones. He doesn't know which ones to follow. "Barns and bellfires, stop the noise," he screeches. "Stop the noise!" Around and around he flies, banging against the walls. Finally he knocks himself on the head and falls down in a heap. Lady Nell and the Prince Augustus dash out of the cave. They don't stop running until they're out of the forest and safely back into the castle on the hill. With shouts of joy, king and queen rush to greet them. When Augustus tells them Lady Nell's courage and cleverness, the king hugs her, and the queen says, "What fools we have been, my dear. You will always be welcome here." And Lady Nell wiggles her ears with delight. The king and queen called the whole kingdom together for a celebration, and everyone dances until dawn while the fireflies chirl and somersault overhead. As for Odious and Bad Egg, they slink back into the depths of the caves and stay there, not daring to come out, for they know no one will ever be afraid of them again. "Is that the end?" asked Penelope. "It's a happy ending. Every good story should have a good ending," Aunt Isabel replied. "Do Prince and Augustus the Lady Nell get married?" asked Penelope. "I wouldn't be surprised, would you?" said Aunt Isabel. "But first, Lady Nell becomes a famous musician, and the Prince Augustus becomes a good and wise king. All that will have to wait, though, until we are ready to make up another good story." And now, my dear Penelope, it's time for you to go to bed. The end.